The NASCAR season just hit its midpoint, and the biggest shock isn't who's winning, it's who's collapsing. Because while Reddick is turning the Cup Series into his personal showcase, Joey Logano, one of the sport's biggest names, suddenly looks completely lost. And if these trends continue after the Coca-Cola 600, the championship picture may already be decided before summer even ends. 12 races into the 2026 season, NASCAR finally has enough data to separate the contenders from the pretenders. And some of these midseason storylines are way bigger than fans expected. Reddick has officially become the standard in NASCAR right now. Not Kyle Larson, not Denny Hamlin, not Joey Logano. Reddick has been relentless. He's qualifying near the front almost every weekend, finishing even better, and most importantly, he's avoiding disaster. In modern NASCAR, that consistency is almost impossible. One bad pit stop, one restart mistake, one late caution can ruin an entire race. But somehow the number 45 team keeps surviving everything. That's why his numbers are scary. He's landing top 5 finishes in basically 2/3 of his races, and he already has a massive points cushion before the regular season is even halfway done. At this pace, the regular season title isn't just possible, it's becoming expected. And honestly, that says something bigger about the current NASCAR landscape, because while other elite teams flash speed for a few weeks, Reddick's group feels complete. Fast on Saturdays, smart on Sundays, clean execution in pressure moments. That combination wins championships. But if there's one organization that deserves just as much attention, it's Joe Gibbs Racing. JGR might quietly be the most dangerous powerhouse in the garage right now. Denny Hamlin still looks like one of the smartest veterans in the sport. Christopher Bell continues to dominate stretches of races with pure pace, and Ty Gibbs has suddenly exploded into a legitimate weekly threat. That's the surprise nobody saw coming. Ty Gibbs entered this year with massive pressure. Fans questioned whether he truly earned his ride. Critics attacked his maturity, and a lot of people believed he was overrated. Now, he's shutting people up fast. The improvement has been dramatic. He's finishing races smarter, racing with more patience, and finally converting speed into actual results. That 7-race run of top 10 finishes completely changed how the garage views him. And getting that first Cup Series victory may have unlocked something mentally, because confidence changes everything in NASCAR. Once a young driver proves he can close races, the pressure eases up, decisions become cleaner, aggression becomes controlled instead of reckless. And suddenly the entire team starts operating differently. That's exactly what it feels like with Ty Gibbs right now. And here's the scary part for the rest of the field. He's only 23, but while some stars are rising, others are crashing hard. And nobody fits that category more than Joey Logano. This is where the conversation gets uncomfortable. Logano isn't just underperforming, he looks disconnected. The finishes have been ugly, the consistency is gone, and the energy around that team feels completely different compared to previous championship runs. When a driver is averaging finishes outside the top 20 this deep into the season, that's not bad luck anymore. That's a serious problem, especially for a veteran expected to contend for titles. What makes this worse is the timing. Team Penske teams are usually dangerous once the season settles in. They know how to peak late, but this year feels different because the speed itself hasn't consistently shown up. And in today's NASCAR, if you don't have raw speed, strategy alone won't save you. The scary reality? Logano may already be racing for damage control instead of a championship. Now let's talk about something casual fans overlook constantly: pit crews. Because pit road may be deciding more races than the drivers themselves this year, Christopher Bell's number 20 crew has been unbelievable. Their stops are fast, clean, and incredibly consistent. That matters because NASCAR races today are won by track position. A 2-second gain on pit road can completely change the outcome of a race, and Bell's crew keeps delivering those advantages. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is dealing with the exact opposite nightmare. The number 8 crew has been brutal. Slow stops, costly mistakes, lost positions. And when you combine that with Busch's own frustration behind the wheel, it creates a disaster combination. You could actually see the tension building week after week. That's part of why his winless streak keeps growing. At some point, frustration becomes toxic. Drivers start forcing moves because they feel they have to recover lost track position. Then mistakes multiply. Then confidence disappears. That's where the No. 8 team feels right now. And honestly, it raises serious long-term questions about Kyle Busch's future. But if there's one driver who might represent NASCAR's next superstar, it's Carson Hocevar. This kid is becoming must-watch television. His Talladega win felt like a turning point, not just because he won, but because of how he's racing now. The aggression is still there, but it's controlled. He looks smarter, more disciplined, more calculated. That's dangerous for the rest of the field because raw talent was never the question with Hocevar. The question was whether he could channel that energy without destroying races or creating enemies every weekend. Now he's starting to figure it out, and despite dealing with pit crew issues, he's still outperforming several established stars statistically. That's a huge warning sign for the rest of NASCAR. This sport is always searching for its next crossover star, someone fans either love or hate but can't ignore. Hocevar might be that guy. Now here's where things get really interesting heading into the second half of the season. Best case scenario for NASCAR, the playoff fight becomes chaos. Gibbs continues rising, Reddick gets challenged, Hocevar turns into a weekly contender, and veterans like Logano and Busch somehow recover late. That would create one of the deepest championship battles in years. But the worst case scenario is also very real. Reddick keeps dominating, Logano continues collapsing, Busch's frustrations boil over, and several playoff spots become predictable by August. That's the danger NASCAR always faces. Parity disappears fast when one team gets hot. And right now, Tyler Reddick looks dangerously close to becoming the driver everyone else is chasing. So here's the big question. Are we watching the beginning of Tyler Reddick's championship takeover,